Well, now Trump says Washington, D.C. is just the beginning. He says next he's targeting what he calls very bad cities, specifically New York, Chicago, Baltimore, Los Angeles, and Oakland. His very definition of a very bad city, of course, is any city run by a Democrat, particularly if it's a black or non-white Democrat. His lackey over at Defense, Pete Hegseth, says he's going to restore all those Confederate statues, too, just in case any racists out there miss the point. My guess is that quisling Stephen Miller is finalizing plans to start erecting a statue of Adolf Hitler, another of our former enemies, over at Mar-a-Lago. Trump said eloquently, "You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is." He said, we have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. Then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention them anymore, he mentioned. They're so far gone. We're not going to let that happen. Of course, just as he lied about D.C., he provided no proof of those claims, and he never does. Just comes out of his ass, apparently. Most likely one of his Sharpies is involved. He also said, we're not going to lose our cities over this. He said, this will go further. We're starting very strongly with D.C. You will notice that all of these cities are not only led by Democrats, in most of them, they are predominantly black. In all of the cities that Trump mentioned, the majority of the population is non-white. That's because Trump heads up a white nationalist crusade to make America white again. And by the way, he could probably make another few million hawking those new MAWA hats. And what they are counting on is that in one of these occupations, there will be a violent backlash that will lead to martial law being declared. The violence will spread to the point that he can declare martial law, and elections will be canceled for the foreseeable future. And there you have it. That's how Hitler did it with the Reichstag fire. And as is becoming all too clear, someone close to Trump has read Mein Kampf. If I'd heard of someone saying what I just said a year ago, I would have thought they'd been reading too many Tom Clancy novels. But no more. I think the odds are better than even. We may not even have an election in 2026. That would ensure Trump his House majority and another 2 years of this fascist conquest of America. So we have to do something. That something is to shine the light every day to anyone who will listen on what is happening before our eyes. Don't let up and don't despair. We can keep this from happening only if we let our elected leaders know they lose support if they refuse to speak out. Don't bother writing to any of the Trump people, Trump or any of his cabinet. They're true believers. This could be the most important thing we will ever do for our children and grandchildren if we stop this barbarian at the gates.